Actually, I conducted the session last week. So due to weekend, maybe I want to repeat some basic concept. I want to remember you people. Association rules analysis has become the familiar analysis for the retail industry. That I said, that is the most of the people who are e-commerce websites. Those people will use these association rules to increase their sales. It is used a personal recommendation in applications such as the Softy, Netflix, and YouTube can be given as example. If you can go for the YouTube, if you are watching related to this some particular comedy scenes, then after what it will say based on your which type of comedian, some scenes you are watching frequently, based on that information, they will provide some recommendations. Sometimes the previous user, whoever the using YouTube, after he saw the some comedian, some ex-comedian scene, he went to the some other comedian. So based on that behavior also, it will suggest some scenes to us. So whatever domain, whether it is movies or whether it is cooking, whether it is the data science programs, whether it is the some learning programs, some courses, whatever it may be, based on previous customers' behavior, it will suggest you some recommendations, some products like that. That is the main concept behind the association rules. Here, association rules, we call it as the Apriori algorithm. Uh, it's not a mm, too complex to understand. It is very easy to understand. Just it says the Boolean association rules. That means the whether if it is the true, then it will go for the next product. If it's not, so they won't recommend the items which are related to the whatever you bought the previous item. If these two items doesn't have any correlation, so those type of recommendations they won't do. This is the most popular classical algorithm. The frequent old parts means, so based on the what are the old customer who bought some items frequently, for example milk, bread, diaper, like that. Based on that information, it will suggest, and their product clusters pass frequently, and then strong relations between the products and other products are sought. So how I am saying, so some previous customers, based on the previous customer behavior, we will build the association rules. How do we decide the, for example, some out of the 10 customers, three customers behaves one way, other three customers behaves like one way, other three customers or four customers behaves like that. So on which metrics, based on the which metrics you will suggest the association rules. For that purpose, we will use the three metrics. Those are the support, confidence, lift. Okay, coming to the support, I already told you support is the number of times particular item repeated divided by total number of transactions. Support is nothing but that. This is the one of the probability technique. So number of transactions these item appeared by total number of transactions. That is the support. Coming to the confidence, it is the conditional probability here. It will be applicable. For example, if transaction A is bought, what is the confidence to bought the transaction B? That means how many times transaction B occur whenever transaction A occurred. See, whenever we want to calculate probability, what we'll do? In the denominator, we will place the total possible outcomes. What is here total possible outcomes? Here we need to check probability of particular event B based on the probability of A. So here total possible outcomes means how many times the A transaction occurred. Here we won't take denominator total transactions. Why? Because here based on the A transaction, A item set, we need to buy B item set. We need to suggest B item set. That's why here we will take the in denominator total possible outcomes is the total number of times this A item set by the customer. Based on the total transactions of A, how many times some customers purchase this B item set. That is the confidence.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming to the lift, sometimes I already told you due to outliers, due to some random noise, we will get some accuracy differences. Sometimes it shows very high accuracy, but it will become as a overfit, like that. So
Yes.
yeah, to eliminating all this, what we'll do? We'll do the some normalization, some standardization techniques. Why? Because if the data set comes 1 lakh, 2 lakh, but due to missing values or some other random noise, these will become the 1,000, 10,000, like that. So whenever we measure, if for example, let's take, if we are converted this 1 lakh and 10,000 to the 0 to 1 scale range, what will happen? This 1 lakh will become 0.9, this 10,000 will become 0.1, maybe. If whenever you subtract 1 lakh minus 10,000 means it will become 90,000. 0.9 minus 0.1 is the 0.8. Like that, we will do the normalization by the total number of transactions. Total number of transactions. Whatever whenever we normalizing, whatever the value we got, the 0.8, we will divide it by this some value, that is the total number of data sets. How many training samples does we have? So what we are doing, just we are converting that into the standardized scale. So whatever the values presented in the data set, all are in same range. All are in same range.
Same way.
Like that, yeah, confidence also sometimes it may be due to some these type of there might be chance, those are not actually frequent data sets. If it is frequent data set, there might be lot of chances to become a failure. At that time, this lift will useful to normalize the confidence by using the confidence and support. Whatever the some metrics, some misleading, there might be chances whatever the available in the while checking confidence, this lift is the normalization of this lift and support. What, let's see, let's go for the association rules. What are the main metrics we will take? Mean support and mean confidence. Yes, we need to take threshold values for this support and confidence. Based on those threshold values, association rules we build. If these association rules have the greater than mean threshold value and greater than confidence minimum confidence value, then we will approve, that is the association rules. It is the useful association rules. Otherwise, the remaining rules which are not achieve the minimum support, minimum confidence, we will simply ignore those association rules. Let's come. If is there any misleading or due to the random noise due to some causes, if is there any failures, if we want to identify that one, we will calculate the lift, that is the support by confidence. So instead of taking these two, if you actually here we are checking separately support and confidence. Here we are checking both support and confidence with relevant. How relevantly this support and confidence have for this particular rule. What is the correlation between this support and confidence? Like that. That's why here we will measure the lift. Support is the probability of the event occur. I already told particular probability of the particular uh, item set in the whole transactions. Confidence is the conditional probability. Lift is the probability of all items occurring together divided by the product of antecedent and consequent. Antecedent means previous customer behavior. That is the whatever the first item set we bought. Consequent means what, for example, first item set we bought is the milk. Then after we go for the bread. This is the some behavior of the some customers. Here the first item what purchased by the customer, that is the antecedent item. The item uh, which is continuously will get the some item set. For example, milk bread, or bread diapers, like that. What is the next item set the customer choose? That item set is the consequent item set for the previous antecedent item set. Did you understand? For example, if we have the milk and bread, that's why here first item is the milk, that is the antecedent item set. What is the consequent item set for this antecedent? That is the bread.
Okay.
You can
Got it.
remember what is the antecedent, what is the consequent, occurring if
Yes.
there are the independent of each other. So actually, first what we will consider, Whatever the item sets presented in the unique item sets presented in the transaction, we will take the independent each other. First, we will take all are the independent. Then after we will build the association rules. What is the relation between particular item set to another item set? What is the support confidence lift? If the support confidence lift both are reached the expected threshold value, so we will suggest that association rules to the customer. If some association rules which are not reached the threshold values, we simply ignore those association rules. Let's say this is the concept of how we are build association rules on which metrics. This is the let's go to implement same here. Python. Here, you people already know about these two libraries, Pandas, NumPy. Coming to the
Yes.
ML free, actually, mostly we are using sklearn. So for this one, I use this one, ML frequent patterns. So it will observe this algorithm is the built to find the frequent patterns. Frequent patterns means what is the some transactions frequently repeated. So
Okay.
based on to identify that one, they build the Apriori and association rules. Let's come. I have taken grocery stores data set. So yeah, I already solved some problem in the previous section. So you know the how is data set. For example, zero transaction have the milk, bread, biscuits, some other bread, milk, biscuits, and cornflakes like this. Here I have taken 20 transactions. Let's check what are those. So these are the 20 transactions. How many unique item sets does we have? Milk, bread, biscuit, cornflakes, Bonvita, tea, jam, Maggie, like this. These are the some unique sugar, coffee. These are the some unique item sets presented in these 20 transactions. Let's check. I already told you previously what we did. We have checked the probability of milk, probability of bread, biscuit. As in, if we have the little amount of transaction, we will check how many transactions have milk. One, two, three, four, like this. But going to the build model, what I said, we will take the in y-axis, that is the in left side, in row wise, we will take the number of transactions. In column wise, we will take the unique item sets presented in the transactions. That's what here we did. These are the in row wise, we have taken 20 transactions. In column wise, we have taken total unique items. What are those? Biscuit, Bonvita, bread, cook, coffee, cornflakes, jam, Maggie, milk, sugar, tea. Like this. Let's take the first transaction. What are the some items available in the first transaction? Milk, bread, biscuit. So it gives the true for milk, bread, biscuit. Zero for the remaining item set. That means in first transaction we have the milk, bread, biscuit. Remaining are the zero. So this is the encoding technique. I already explained same thing in previous class. I am repeating again. Let's take the second transaction: bread, milk, biscuit, cornflakes. So it will give true for the bread, milk, biscuits, cornflakes. Whatever the items available in the second transaction, it gives the true for those. For the remaining zero, that means in this transaction, the remaining items purchase is not occurred. The customer did not purchase these items wherever it places zero. So like this, it will transact here. So then what we'll do? We'll replace this true with the one. So here we are converting our categorical data into the numerical data. So then we are able to perform some mathematical expressions to calculate the support confidence lift. Yes, let's say I want
Ma'am,
to
that true will be converted into one, right?
one. Yes.
Okay. Then we
Why
have the
why I
numerical
place
data.
true means I want to explain. It is very easy. If I one, it will become. If I say true,
Yes.
it just I replaced false with zero. That's it. If you can
Yeah, yeah.
replace same thing with true with one, that's it.
Yes, that will also work.
Yeah. If all are ones and zero, all are true or false, it will become. If one thing in string, one thing is in numeric, so explain is very easy. That's why I gave like that. That's it. It will
Okay.
give whatever the items presented one, whatever the items doesn't presented it zero. Actually, it's a true or false. Just based on our convenience, we are say, feeling like this.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got.
So first, what we need to check whether it reaches the minimum support and whether it is reaches to the minimum confidence. That is the first two parameters. So what I have taken here, I have taken 20% is the minimum support. So I gave the minimum support is 2, and I'm performing that one, whatever the independent and some combination of item sets which have the more than 20% support. So these are the some biscuit, bonvita, bread, coffee, cornflakes, Maggie, milk, sugar, tea. These are the 8 items have the support more than 20%. These are the 8 item sets individually have the support for the more than 20%. These are the some combinational item sets: bread biscuit, bread milk, bread sugar, tea bread, cornflakes bakes. These are the some combination of item sets have the more support more than 20%. Support more than 20%. This is the first we have checked. We have built some combinations with which are the combinations and which are the independent item sets have the minimum support. Let's check same thing like minimum confidence also. What is the mostly we will take the 60% confidence, less than 50% mostly no one accept. Whoever the client, if it is says the confidence less than 50, they won't accept. That's why mostly they will give the 60%. Let's check what will happen if they want only 80 or 90% confidence. So at that time we will get the very less number of association rules. For example, we have the some association rules: milk bread, milk diaper, milk bread, milk diaper. There is no association rule with milk and cornflakes or milk and biscuits. Milk and biscuits. What will happen? Due to this heavy confidence, it gives the some association rules: milk and bread and milk and some diapers. It ignores the milk and biscuits. Whenever new customer comes, he he clicked on the milk, he purchased milk. Then after go for the bread biscuit, he went bread diapers. He went to the biscuit. Actually we suggested bread and diaper. Why? Because we have those association rules. But he purchased biscuits. At that time, what we'll do? We already did one mistake to identify his pattern. So if we don't have the any rule for the milk and biscuits, so we don't know what to suggest to him. What will happen? He will purchase whatever he want, one or two things. He will go out from the website. But the what is the main e-commerce website's aim? Whoever enter into their website to buy the one or two items, by providing these recommendation, they want they will influence the customer to buy the at least one or more two items. Like that, they will improve, they will increase their sales. So for that purpose, we will take the mostly 60-65% minimum confidence. Then after we build the some association rules. We will provide those association rules to the customer. There might be to evaluate these association rules. Definitely, we need one domain engineer who have the full knowledge about that particular domain. He will check the all association rules based on his knowledge. He will select if he feels most of the association rules what is satisfied with his assumption, then he will go. Otherwise, he will say, actually, I'm expecting some association rules, but it gives us some misleading. Then he will say, we will go for the by checking lift some other metrics, we will provide some more appropriate association rules. First, we will do this thing only. Then, after once whoever have the domain knowledge, they will check. They will based on their inputs, we will modify our model to reach till the customer satisfied. That's the secondary thing. So I have
Okay.
provided you. So you can understand if someone asks why you have taken 60% confidence, but we are expecting 90%, 80%. Why you won't go for the 90%, 80%? You can say, sir, there is no problem if we go with 80%, 90%. It is sufficient. We are able to provide some roles with 80%, 90%. The number of rule become very less whenever customer behaves is different from the old customers. So at that time we will fail to provide what based on his interest to provide the some suggestions. So due to that we will lose some of the products, some purchasing order. So for that purpose we will to providing the more rules, we will use zero point 0.6. Most of the people prefer to give the minimum confidence threshold 0.6. At that time what they will understand, they don't the interviewer will understand, yes, he has the knowledge only about the association, not only about the association rules, he have the some case study.
Ma'am, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Like now we have like small data, right? Like
Yes.
now we are using now 100, 200 or 1000 might be, or
Same thing.
10,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, there will be so much of data which will be stored in the clouds APIs, right?
Yes, yes.
Then how to extract that in such format? Like we need to again format it to Excel, and from there we need to extract it.
Yes. Actually we need to does it in excel sheet. They have here we have the two columns. Out of the two columns, one column is the important. Just we will give the what are the transaction based on, for example, the customer enter into that one, it will become a one hit on the website based on his login credentials. Whether it is the mobile number also. Whatever the products he buy, it will come list under with the comma. What will do? How many customers data we get, that many transactions we will consider. So just based on the comma, we will separate the transactions like this. We have the encoding technique. Based on this, it will automatically encode. It will automatically calculate the unique item sets. It will. But if it may be 100 or 1 lakhs, what will be happen? Mostly, whoever enter into the website, mostly they will buy 20 items. More than 20 items at a time, no one can buy. Mostly for people, some who are the retailer shops, they will buy, but they won't buy on the e-commerce site. They will directly go for the manufacturer company. They will get
And they
the
will be directly
lot
ordering
of,
it.
yes, lot of quantity. They will provide some discounts to them. So based on that discounts, they will purchase big quantity. So whoever enter into the website, they will buy only maximum 20 or 30 transactions only at a time. Whoever enter the website, they won't buy lakhs. But we will get the lack of customers information. Here item sets maybe 100. Maybe out of the one people buy 20 item sets, some other people 5, some other people 10, 15. Maybe there might be chance to become 100 or 150 item sets, but number of transactions are 1 lakh. So based on that, we need to provide, yes, how many different association rules we build. So different types of new customers, based on their behavior, we will able to suggest. This is what I said. For example, the customer, if we have the lot of data, we will build lot of association rules. Those association rules are very, very different patterns. If the, for example, we have the milk bread, milk diapers, milk biscuit, some other guy comes, he wants the milk with some other thing, baby oil, milk with some other thing, milk with chocolate powder, different patterns. So how many transactions we will get based on that, that many association rules we need to build. Why? Because we can't predict the new customers behavior based on the how many association rules we have. So we will adjust recommendations based on the behavior new patterns. If he, for example, we have the milk bread, then after we have the some association rule, bread with some sugar. Actually, if milk biscuit sugar does it have, we have the biscuit and sugar combination of association rule. If we failed to suggest biscuit whenever he buy the milk, we suggested bread and diaper. At this time, we failed to recommend biscuit. But whenever he purchase biscuit, if we have the biscuit and sugar association rules, we will suggest the sugar. If he feels it is the acceptable, he will accept that suggestion. He will purchase. If we want to identify patterns like that, we need to build lot of association rules. If we want to build lot of association rules, we need the lot of data. E-commerce websites are not a simple things. They are different types of some. So let's take the some Flipkart. Some people search for only every time electronic items. Some people are search for the clothes. Some people search for the shoes based on their passion. Some people passionate about the some different electronic items. Some people passionate about the different shoes. Some people passionate about the whatever shoe they want focus on the remaining things. They focus on their clothing style, dressing style. So they will every time whenever. So uh, different people will come, different behaviors will come. So we need to capture each and every pattern based on the transactions. So here let's take the I have given the confidence minimum confidence 0.6. So let's check this is the antecedents. This is the first product they purchased. This is the consequent product of the antecedent product. Okay. Let's see. This is the individual support. Individual support means individual support of the milk bread. This is the milk support. This is the bread support. This is the sugar support. This is the some bread support. Individual. This is the support of the minimum threshold. What we provided 0.2. Our threshold is 0.2. Let's take the confidence. Confidence of the what is the chance to buy the bread after milk. We will say that is the confidence 0.8.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. I
Yes.
have doubt. Ma'am, this consequent product, it can be multiple or it will be one
Multiple.
only, can be
There
multiple
is
also.
no rule for the one. You can go for the multiple. Yeah, based on for understanding purpose, I am saying I
Okay.
have taken only 20 and I have if for example if we here I am able to say clearly the probability of seeing sugar sale is seen 30%. See, the probability of sugar is what is that one? 30%.
Yes.
So bread intake is seen 65%. So bread wherever bread it have the 65%. The probability of bread that is the 65%. So most of the people interested on the bread. We can say that the support of both of them is measured 20%. Let's take what the support for the combination of this support and bread. Combination of this sugar and bread is the 2, 0.2. It is the more than 2 or 0.2. Let's go for the 67% of the who buys sugar buy bread as well. So whoever buy sugar, out of this 67% of the customers definitely buy the bread. What is this confidence say? For example, 100 customers enter into the e-commerce website. Out of the 100 who are bought sugar, out of the 100, there might be 67 members definitely will buy the bread. That information will provide the confidence. Okay.
Yes.
Users who buy sugar will likely consume 3% more than the who did not buy the sugar. That is the 3 means 30%. For example, let's take here we have the total bread. What is the probability? 65%. Here 67%. That means what is the difference? Nearly more than 2%. That means what who are not buying sugar compared to the customer who are buying sugar, these customers have taken 3% more bread. For example, out of this, for example, 37, that means 67, that means remaining 33 people only did not buy the bread. So total who are by the bread, for example, 100 people by the purchase the bread. Out of the 100, there might be chance to take 53% people will take the sugar. 3% more than the who are not taken sugar. Based on this, we are able to say this one. To explain this one, I have taken the two. If we have taken three, four like that, we can't explain like this. Only domain knowledge people were able to explain. To explain these things are how, if for example, we provided some association rules with some metrics like this. Okay, how the domain knowledge people will accept whether this association rule is good or bad like that, and based on which they will analyze the data like this. If they feel that whatever the metrics we are providing, we are saying, let's say 67% of the people who buy the sugar, definitely they are buying bread. If they observe that type of patterns in the whenever the customers behavior, so they will accept, yes, I observed this pattern, so what he is saying is the correct. So based on that, they will approve that association rule. That will happen every time. Okay.
Okay.
So here cross selling can be improved combining the products. So cross selling means based on these recommendations, there might be some, they will able to at least to sell one or two products, whatever customer wants to buy more than one or two products. So the shop layout will be changed so the sales can be improved. Promotional activities which are advertising campaign can be carried out the increase. These are the some, it will come to the advertise campaign also. Why? Because what is the different types of advertising? Won't go for the some cine actor. We know to promote everything by him. This is also one of the promoting thing some e-commerce centers using. So collective discounts can be offered. These products customers buys both of them. That is the one of the technique to buy the products. They will provide, if you have taken one product, it will be 300. If you taken combination of the two, it will become 550. What customer will think? Yes, by if I buy combination of these two, I'm able to save 50 rupees. So instead of taking one, if he have the use of the second thing, if does he have the use, if doesn't have the use, what he will think, maybe in future if I will get the use of this product, so if I buy now, it will save the 50%, 50 rupees to me, like that. So these are the some techniques we will build on the they will think like that. E-commerce websites, this is the association rules. Very simple, but here only thing we can't evaluate. Just like remaining, what we'll do, we will split into the train and test. Then after we will evaluate the model. But here in this association rules, definitely we need one person who have the domain knowledge.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
You used MLX, no, ma'am. MLX
Yes, that
and
is the one of the library.
yeah, we can use sklearn or
You can
anything
use
else.
sklearn, you can use keras, you can use some other TensorFlow. You have the
Like
rights to
the
explore
libraries you
whatever the
said, no.
library.
Acha, okay.
Yeah, actually, as a teacher, I will say, as a programmer, I will say I will introduce some one or two libraries. But you, as a student, as a learner, you need to explore your skills by applying same technique in different ways.